Okay guys, we're into the game. And once again we have ZxT versus OCC. This time it was... Mega... What is this anyway? This is a WiC map. I think it's... Is it Pixiv? I think it's Random Civ. Yeah, it's Random Civ, Team Random, I believe, on WiC map pack. So... Is it Borden 23? No, it's whatever I set it as, basically. But severe lag issues. Okay, so ZxT towards the bottom hand side / left hand side of the map. We have the game playing on the right hand side as Teutons in teal, Ligero playing in red as Koreans, and V and Archlord playing as Mongols in green. He will be playing up against No Do or No Die, playing as Teuton Pocket. We have Korean Pocket again for OCC as well, Xiaozhu playing in blue, and towards the right hand side, Flushing playing as Mongols in yellow. So it's going to be Teutons versus Mongols, Korean Pockets, and Mongols versus Teutons on the other side. And it's another lag spike. I'm hoping this is just... If this is the last game, I'm gonna resume lobby just in case, but... Oh, Voobly China. I do not like you, Voobly China. Okay, it's frozen in the lobby, so... I think I might have to ask Jeanette how I can fix these issues. Yes, they have the same mix of civs because it's Team Random. Stuck in the lobby. Might just quickly quit Voobly China, come back. Try again. Sounds Voobly China. There we go. I'll log in using the Voobly China client instead. See if that helps. Yes, it's black because I'm having issues. What the hell? Where's the game? Oh. Here we go. Allow access. Okay, hopefully this will be better. I've started it through the Voobly China client instead this time. I was using the Voobly login page before. I don't know if that's going to make any difference. I hope so. Anyway, back to the game. It looks like some kind of weird WiC map with a lot of water. I meant to look at the WiC map pack earlier, but I still haven't had the chance, so sorry guys, don't know the map name. But being a water map, we can expect to see fairly standard water play. There's a lot of big fish towards the edges of the map. Waiting on other players again. Like they just... Yeah, unfortunately we're playing this on Voobly China because No Do or No Die, the orange player, he had a lot of issues with dropping yesterday on the regular Voobly tournament lobby, and it seems like the spectator thing for Voobly China is a bit problematic. So this is just how things are, and sorry about that, but there's nothing I can do about it. rather get these games over and done with rather than having to disconnect, and at least we've gotten through 2 games today in the same amount of time it took us to get through 1 yesterday. And other than the spec delay, the spectator mode lagging, and potentially the game lagging a little as well, seems like at least it's playable for the players. There we go. Going again. Okay, so very standard sort of water build. 6 on sheep. We're going to see 4 on wood for each of the players. I wonder if we're going to see anything special from anyone. Doesn't really appear to be so. Mongols, of course, can go for a really fast grush with that hunt bonus, especially if you push some deer in, which is exactly what Archlord is going for right now. So he should be up quite fast, and as you can see, the spectator thing just continues to freeze up on me. There's not much I can do about it. I just make sure that... Okay, so I'm not lagging, it's just... Oh. Anyway, for the game on the left-hand side, Teuton's 5 on wood now, so very standard. Deciding to dock on the edge of the map, which is the right choice since that's where all the fish is. Kind of unfortunate position for Xiaozhu to be in. There's no really... if he docks here, he's going to be in so much trouble. He's going to go and look, and if he realizes how close he is to the edge of the map, he probably doesn't want to dock there. He wants to dock in the corner, more likely. There's going to be no big fish. You can tell just because of how close it is to the edge of the map. So a regular water player would not dock there. Ball coming in for all players. It will be a nice place for no do or no die to dock, and for VN Archlord as well. Going to probably dock towards the corner / back of the map. And now for Ligero, where is he gonna dock? He doesn't have anywhere really good to dock. So he's probably got the most unfortunate map. If he docks in this corner down towards the back, he'll have plenty of big fish, but that's the only place that he can really dock in this game. Other than that, well, like... Yep, spectator just catching up again. He's going to go to the wrong corner, I think, here. There's no big fish in the left-hand side corner. Really unfortunate for him. What is the meta time to do wheelbarrow? Are you talking about wheelbarrow in Arahan's War? Usually if you're doing Arahan's War, wheelbarrow, good time. I see it done between 14 to 18 minutes. 16 is a pretty nice compromise. You want to have at least 30 villages, well, around 30 villages when you get wheelbarrow, just for maximum efficiency. Other than that, if you are in a team game, then try and get it before minute 18. If you're pocket, you can delay it a little if you're going double stable. Don't delay it too much if you're going single stable, because you want to have the stronger economy. If you're going single stable as pocket. If you're flank, well, minute 18-ish is nice, depending on what you're going for. Okay, so more pause, I think, this time, since it's not going at all, and it was going earlier. Must be another pause rather than just lag this time. A lot of pauses, a lot of lags in this series. It's unfortunate. Yeah, 1v1. That's about a good time. You can go watch recordings. Don't watch Viper. He does it usually a lot earlier than other players. He'll do it around minute 14. But most other players, 15, 16 minutes at that level. But they're very efficient with their villages, so. He's also done an 11-minute wheelbarrow before, and I asked him about it, and he said he didn't know why he did it, but he must have messed up. So don't follow the 11-minute wheelbarrow from Viper. I was like, is it a good idea to do 11-minute wheelbarrow? He's like, no, you must be mad. And then I'm like, but you did it. And he's like, oh, I must have messed up. So that's not the right thing to do, kids, people, whatever. Yay, ball coming in now for all of the players. Everyone seems to be going for pretty much a standard water build. Oh no, Archlord and Ligero both docking in the wrong place. They're docking right next to each other where there's no fish. just because of this little island here. This is really unfortunate for ZxT. So unfortunate. Both in a bad position. At least the game is going to have good fish. Looks like Xiaozu also docking in a very bad place. Looks like the perfect place for no draw, no die for his dock. Really nice position as well for flushing. So pretty much 2 bad docks for ZxT, 1 bad dock for OCC. Not the end of the world. It's really bad when the pocket has a bad dock though. You really want a fish boomer's pocket. You can see by the number of villagers pocket players will put on wood. 6 compared to the standard 5 because they're going for a bit of a fish boom. It looks like it will be a grush from Xiaozu though. He hasn't gone for the 6 onto wood, so less of a fish boom here for him. More standard grush build. Hello, Disregard. Well, actually, I did say double stable you don't want to do wheelbarrow, but single stable you do. But anyway. Looks like another lag pause, and it's a pause this time because my dots are coming out. So it's a spec delay thing, it's not just the spec server. Yeah, it's not lagging. It's spec itself is lagging. Okay, it's going again, finally, but very slowly. Okay, let's try 50 again. And spec server just gave me another few seconds. So that is always good. Late ball coming in from Flushing. Where's his ball? Okay. Late ball coming in from Flushing. Not ideal, but as Mongols, he can kind of afford to have a slightly later ball compared to other civilizations. It looks like a very nice start for Archlord. He's pushing in deer as well as having his 2 boar in on time, as well as taking shorefish. The only unfortunate thing is his dock placement, of course, which is going to give no draw, no die a little bit of an advantage. Walling off now already for Ligiro as well. Not the easiest map to wall off. Actually, this is the map that I saw Nadia's boys play against VNS yesterday. That's why it looks so familiar. No one told me the map name while I was watching that either, so don't know still. Okay. It's, yeah, not the stream, it's just the game. Unfortunate stone. Yeah. Who's stone? No, looks fine. Well, I don't think that stone matters. It's mainly the Mongol players who will care about stone. It looks like Flushing is going to win that. Flushing has a decent stone pile there. Where is his other stone pile? Okay, that's a little unfortunate. Could be worse. Looks like the game is really starting to lag though. Okay, Archlord on the way to Feudal Age now as Mongols. Not too bad of a time given the lag. I'll give him that. Looks like Flushing with the late ball will not be able to click up to Feudal very quickly. Let's have a look at No Draw, No Die. How is he looking? He's also not quite having the food to click up yet. What happened to his second ball? Did it get stolen? No, I don't think Archlord stole any ball. Scout is on full health.
Yeah.
Looks like he got both ball and he just doesn't have the food income somehow.
Yeah.
Okay, that's really unfortunate. Country ZxT is Mexican. Dark Age, Rush, good with Aztec, and you can pretty much rush with any civilization other than Chinese, I would say. Chinese it's a real struggle to click up or go fast castle or even feudal with Chinese if you drush. I think the best civilizations by far would be Celts, Japanese. You see Persians go for it as well. Aztecs, obviously. Mayans. Those are probably the most common. Huns as well, just because you don't need to build houses. So you have that extra wood in the bank nice and early. You'll see Britons go for it sometimes. It's really pretty much any civ other than Chinese. What civ would I not go for it? Probably just Chinese. Yay! Starting again. And it's pausing again. This is unbelievable. Never again am I going to watch a game played on Voobly China. Ever. Tournament lobby or someone else can deal with this. Okay, guys. At least this has the it's possible that this may be the last game of the series. So, if you guys are as sick of the lag as I am, that's some good news. We're going to have non-laggy games after this. You can see my dots are coming out, so I'm not lagging. Okay, Ligero getting a little housed here. This wall suggests that, is he going to be slinging? Because those are mass walls there from him. And just taking a bit of shorefish now, no do no die. Spotting out those fishing ships of both Ligero and Archlord, neither of whom have docked in a better position so far. I think no do no die could be in a little bit of trouble though, since we see Archlord going up to feudal so much faster, dropping barracks instead, so he will be going for that land aggression. No do no die, starting to wall off, realizing that Archlord is not going for a grush and is instead going for land pressure. You can see it with his build, it seems, as well. He doesn't have that much food, especially with the fishing ships just taking shorefish. Season pass for Voobly China. No. They asked me to test a little during the beta phase, so that's why I have a Voobly China account, actually. But when I was trying it, there were still really bad lag issues between, FP issues actually, between players. I think they've fixed it, but it's mostly Chinese players playing anyway, so it's not a very international platform. It's mainly for Chinese players, and a lot of the Chinese players enjoy playing there. I think it's great. Just slow it down a little so that I don't get pauses. No do no die, how are you looking? Still making villages. He's going for a fast castle build. You can see Archlord as well, patrolling with his scout, and Xiaozhu realizing that his opponent, the other pocket, has walled. Actually, now that villager coming in, getting denied for that wall by the scout, but it looks like, yeah, the scout will win that war. And it looks like Blue Xiaozhu moving forward with villagers now. What's he got planned? He's gonna forward? I think he's gonna forward Archlord here. As Koreans, he doesn't really have villagers taking stone, so maybe it could still be a trush. Let's have a look at what he's got planned. He's halfway up to feudal age. He's taking a little bit of gold. It just seems like he's going for archers, just by his build. He does have some fishing ships out already, so he's got enough food income. Meanwhile, it looks like Flushing Mongols. What is he going for? He's on 31 population. Looks like it's just going to be a standard fast castle for him. Walling up for the game as well as Teutons. And it looks like, yep, he will be going for a fast castle. Holy lags, holy lags. Okay, so still denying the wall here by Archlord. Unbelievable. Okay. And he's still trying to go for the wall, but of course the scout is still there, so... No. Scout is actually attacking the house now. He's sending extra villagers in, but he kind of needs to be careful. And mass villagers there now in order to try and finish off that wall. He's got that house on 180 health, so he should be safe for now. Stable going up for Archlord now as well, so he is going to be making those scouts in Feudal Age. It's a bit of a late Feudal for that. That's unfortunate for him, but on the other hand, No Do or No Die is still in Dark Age, so maybe he will be able to do some damage, but will it be before this guy finishes walling himself in completely is the question. It's pretty much impossible to. He's got a wall all the way back here. And here. And then he'll be fully walled. Double palisade here for Ligero. Yes, we have monthly bandwidth caps. I have 500 gigabytes. But, we usually use about 400 a month, so not too bad. And my brother will be going to China in a week and a half. So he uses a third to 1/2 of our internet. Probably, somewhere around there. So that means more for me. And my stream settings are set like for 700 megabytes per hour. I think that's how much I use in terms of upload when I'm streaming. So even when I'm streaming a lot, that's what, at least at the most 5 gigs a day, and I don't really stream every single day. He is visiting my mum in the homeland. Okay, the game now Xing out the fishing ships of Flushing. I think, is he going for a bit of a grush? He could well be going for a bit of a grush. I don't think Flushing's too fussed, though. He looks like he's got a lot of villagers on berries. We'll be going for that FC. Sec, guys. I'm just gonna resume lobby. Look at all... Oh my god. Someone dropped? Okay, Archlord dropped. That explains the longest pause in history. Okay, Voobly crashed. No scene switcher. Let me just put on the overlay while I wait. I haven't streamed in a while. Yes, I've been away with exams. Yeah, it's been a little better. They're saying... Let me see. Let me just take my overlay off so you guys can see. I don't have monitor. I don't have monitor capture. Let me add a scene. And monitor capture. Monitor. So this is monitor capture and I use OBS here. My mic is actually away from my keyboard. I don't have anywhere to place my mic. There's not much I can do. 1.5 Mbps. You can. If you look at my settings right now, I have it sitting on 1400. Because my my mic is actually probably... I have a condenser mic and I don't have like an arm that kind of comes in into my desk that keeps the mic near my mouth rather than anywhere else. It's right next to my monitor right now. I had it next on the other side near my mouse, but people complained about my mice clicks instead. It's a really sensitive mic, and my keyboard is really loud. So usually it's fine, apart from when I'm typing in chat. When I'm casting games, it's not so bad most of the time, because I don't use the keyboard that much. Yeah, these games are painful for me as well. Usually, it's a lot better. I usually do not get such laggy games. If you go back and check past broadcasts, you'll see what it's usually like. Like last night, I was just streaming casual games. That's more or less what you're going to get. This is being played on Voobly China. And Voobly China is really, really laggy for specs. For some reason, I don't know why, it is super laggy. I don't know if it's just these players, because we're having Mexican players and players from America play on Voobly China, and they're having issues uploading to the spectator server. Maybe that's why. No idea. Yes, I can read Chinese. I don't like headsets. I use headphones and standalone mic. It's just more comfortable that way. I can get comfortable headphones. Gaming headsets have never been comfortable for me. I don't think there are any comfortable ones. And I can change it up whenever I feel like listening to music instead, and so on. Yeah, spectator chat. That's my frustration, basically, during a game, when I'm like, is it going? Is it paused? Why? So it's not just you guys. It's me as well. I'm not using a mechanical keyboard. I'm using a Sidewinder X4, but it's a very loud keyboard. And I didn't want to buy my own keyboard, so this is my brother's old keyboard. It was quite new when he gave it to me because he bought a mechanical keyboard. I can get a secondary keyboard and put it on my lap or something, but I'm a little lazy, and I can also probably move back and put this keyboard on my lap, and you guys probably wouldn't see it, or hear it rather. But I don't use it enough. I don't think it's that much of an issue. Okay, so they're talking about the game. It looks like we are catching up on the game, and Flushing says he's almost Imperial Age. So VN Archlord is not uploading the entire game for me. That's so slow. We missed so much. What the hell? I hope this host will be better. Headset is better. No, I don't like... I have a lot of headphones. So, no, not headset. I don't like headsets. No one, which is why I don't want to put it on my lap. My parents are Chinese, so I kind of grew up in that sort of environment, which makes it quite easy to learn Chinese. For me, at least. Well, it was easier. Grew up speaking Chinese at home with my grandma because she doesn't speak English. Minute and 20 seconds. Conservative Chinese people. What's that supposed to mean? Where am I from? I live in Australia, and I grew up here, and I was born here, and I identify as being Australian, so on, you know. You're from New Zealand. What the hell? Don't want to be Kiwi. Bloody Kiwis. Okay, the game's about to start, so I'm just gonna put it back on AOC. Because I don't have a scene switcher rather, and I hope the game starts soon, otherwise I look like an idiot for doing this. Actually, I'll wait until the game begins. Because that's not 10 seconds. Not 10 seconds. 0! Okay, 0 spec delay, but the game hasn't started. God, I love it when this happens. 0-0 again. Please launch, please launch, please launch. Yep, it's almost 6 PM for me in Australia right now. You can see it down here. And since all the Europeans are sleeping, I am the one streaming this game for you guys. I will usually be streaming anywhere from probably at noon to about midnight, 1 AM my time, now that I'm back. So a little bit of overlap with the Europeans, but now look at this! Why you do this to me? Anyway, done raging. Yeah, but this is the time that the teams chose. I believe both of these teams are located somewhere in America. So USA for OCC and Mexico for ZxT. I guess you'll just stay up for now. Well, if you can deal with it and not sleep, why not? Still 0-0. Game has yet to start. Kangaroo Land is GMT plus 11, yes. Daylight savings in full force right now, so we are GMT plus 10 plus 1. Game has started, so I'm just gonna wait for it to launch now. Okay, so we did miss a hell of a lot. What is wrong with Spec Server? Jesus Christ. How much did we miss? A lot. Enough to make me sigh. So Knights coming in from the game, trying to save Archlord from the Knights of Nodes or No Die, flushing up to Imperial Age. Looks like a sling from Xiao Zhu, who is in Feudal Age still, so it was a Feudal Age sling with the Mongol fire ships, and I saw a castle fighting here. Okay. So he was fighting with Mengadai up against the Knight of the game, who was forced to retreat, and it looks like Ligiro also slinging, so 2 players in Castle, 2 players in Imperial Age, and it looks like a lot of damage being taken here by Archlord from Nodes or No Die, but keep in mind the Mongol player on the other team now, that's going to buy him a lot of space for the upgrades. Very slow, kind of hard to mass those Mengadai as well. Going to take him some time, in nearly as much time as Archlord, who is the other Mongol player for ZxT, who does not have a single castle up and running yet. Although Cavalier now complete for the game, that's going to be... Oh, that's not... What? No, not Nodes or No Die. My bad, Flushing. Flushing is the Mongol player. He does not have the elite upgrade yet, but he does have chemistry, still garrisoning a lot of villages up in that castle rather, and he will be building yet another castle now. Should probably ungarrison that castle. All those villages sitting in there, 13 of them in total, doing absolutely nothing. But it looks like Nodes or No Die now could be in some trouble. Those cavalry are heading straight for his base, and he is fully walled actually, so not gonna do too much. Oh my god, the Korean player with a few archers. Looks like he forwarded the pocket and managed to do some damage to the Mongol player. Archlord, Cavalier versus archers. Wonder how that's gonna go. Any guesses? The game though, carrying the game for his team basically. Heavy Camel now complete though for Flushing, and that should be able to deal with all those Cavalier fairly easily while he slowly makes that transition into the elite Mengadai. Castle still garrisoned up, TC's garrisoned up, losing quite a bit of economy here, but still in a very good position compared to everyone else in the game. It looks like ZxT Ligiro down to 70 population. Well, I don't think that was down, he just never had much. Archlord sitting on 57, and Flushing, it looks like Archlord lagged way harder than Ligiro. Yes. Because this stream is actually going well now that it's not him hosting. Oh god, I should have asked for one of the OCC players to host, what I should have done. Anyway, now Flushing with the Elite Mengadai upgrade complete. Missing Parthian Tactics, I think. That's all he's missing. coming in to help defend his teammate No Do or No Die from these Cavalier with all of his Mangudai, and I think this is pretty much game over. OCC looks like they're going to take this series 3-1 and make that a clean sweep, because they were going to win that Arabia game as well. Now the Cavalier trying to get into the base of Xiaozhu, but he is fully stonewalled, and they're just dying off so quickly to these elite Mangudai. Look at them just melt away, even with the +4 armor. Allowing the Mongol player to get this far it looks like it's going to cost ZxT the entire game. Look at that. Not much Cavalier left. Heavy camels being created by Flushing as well. Yet another castle rather coming up forward. So that's going to be 4 castles. Nice little raid in the back of Flushing's base. But is it too little too late? And Xiaozhu saying he made a hell of a lot of fishing ships so that he can sling. And maybe he's going to sling No Do or No Die now. Out of habit. Okay, so Paladin now complete for the game. This could be a bit of a game changer, especially with the Mangudai from Flushing a little out of position. He won't be able to deny the castle though. I think that was just Flushing trying to delay him as much as possible so he could get that castle up and running. So delay tactics, Mangudai coming into the back of his base to kill off those Paladins, killing off his villagers there, and they should be cleaned up soon. But nice massive Paladins there from the game. Flushing needs to bring those Mangudai in to the back. Still does not have Parthian tactics. Don't think he has an archery range. No archery range, so oh, he does have an archery range. He's just built it, so hasn't gotten Parthian tactics quite yet because of that. Also is making more heavy camels. Let's see the upgrades. Only +1 armor on those. He just needs to get his army all in one place and then he can win this fight. Once he wins this big fight, I think this is pretty much over for ZxT, since they have all their eggs in one basket, and that one basket is their Teuton player of the game. I don't think the Teuton player can beat the Mongol player late game. Not at this rate, not at any rate at least. Heavy camels just to defend. Oh, he's got to be careful here. Move them back, man, what are you doing? It's taking a little too much damage, but 2 castles firing down on those Paladins as well as those pikemen, and this is an easy win now for Flushing. He didn't want to fight there, not under the fire of 2 castles. These castles, of course, have Embracer complete already, and GG has been called. No Do or No Die doesn't even have to do anything, because the game is over. Mongol player fully boomed. And you just can't stop that. Not with your own Mongol player being the lowest score on your team, at least. Finally done with the laggy game. So, OCC take this series 3-1. I'm going to have a look at the units killed, units lost. The game 160-130. MVP for his team. Did kill the most on that in the entire game, but unfortunately Flushing, Mongols, fully boomed, slung, having the strongest economy in the game. Mangudai, pretty much unstoppable. Looks like Ligiro sent the most resources, so it was a full sling from Ligiro and Xiaozhu was just out of it. I guess he must have gone straight for Archlord. Did not see what happened thanks to the very laggy spectator thing. But it looks like Flushing got an awesome game, awesome start, and yeah.